Hey guys, one of the things I hear most property investors say when they're just getting started is, "Hey PK, how can I get my first property?" And this is obviously a very good question. And let me tell you, we've been conditioned by society to follow the traditional path of saving money, paying our taxes, contributing to a pension, and pay down our residential mortgage. In other words, living paycheck to paycheck. But they never taught us financial literacy or how to invest because, at some point, you might want to learn how to invest or how to get your first property. And let me tell you this. It is not through the sensationalized marketing gimmicks that you actually learn, but it's through rolling up your sleeves and getting into the nitty-gritty. So today's episode is on nothing remarkably fascinating, but something that will make you money and something that will save you money. The topic is redraw facility versus an offset account explained. Property investing in Australia is effectively a game of finance. That's how the economics of it works. And you obviously want to pay as little interest on your home loan as possible. In fact, most of you out there are probably paying way too much interest on your home loan. So we'll be going through a redraw facility versus an offset account in this episode, telling you which one to choose. Welcome to the Oz Property Investment Mastery Podcast. My name's PK and I help busy people build passive income by buying top 5% growth and cash flow property and build a portfolio using data without wasting months doing research, spending weekends at inspection or catching flights, or dropping $10,000 to $20,000 on buyer's agents every single time. So if you're confused, lack confidence, and just overwhelmed with all the information and marketing misinformation available online and don't know where to start, then this show is for you. Okay, real quick, what is an offset? What's a redraw? So an offset account, let's say you got $500,000 loan, you've got a separate account, it's called an offset account, and let's say you got $100,000 in there. That means you're paying interest only on 500 minus 100,000. Interest only of $400,000, okay, only on $400,000. So an offset account is a way by which we can save our interest bill. It's very unique to Australia. A redraw, similar concept, it does reduce your interest, but it's not a separate account. You've got $500,000 loan. Let's say you've got $100,000 in cash. So you're like, all right, let me put it in that same account. So now my loan is $400,000. So you've effectively paid off your loan. Okay. And you can take it out, put more in, it reduces your interest. Your interest is only based on that 400,000, 500 minus 100. But there's huge differences between an offset account, which is a separate account, versus a redraw facility, which is not a separate account, but just chucking money into the loan to reduce it. Let's go through the pros and cons. The first pro of an offset account is it gives you liquidity or control. The thing with the redraw account is, let's say a $500K loan, you put in $100,000. It's very difficult sometimes to get that $100,000 out really quickly. You actually have to apply for it. You have to fill out some forms in some cases, all right? Whereas with an offset account, internet banking, like I'm at CBA for some loans, internet banking, I get it out within a second. Redraw, you may not be able to do that. You may have to call them, you have to prove something, sign a few forms, and even then, the bank may or may not always let you get it out within a particular set of time. So if you want control, some liquidity over your money, offset, that's the first pro. The second pro, I kind of alluded to it, is that in offset, it's your money. There is no approvals. There's no, something that needs to get sanctioned for you to get that 100,000 back. By the way, I'm just saying 100,000 as a random number. It could be $50 or it could be $500,000, anything. With an offset, it's your money, no questions asked by the bank. Whereas with a redraw facility, the bank can say no. Technically, they can say no, all right, within a particular period of time to get your money. So that's another pro of offset accounts. There's no approvals required. The third positive of an offset account is that there's no minimum amount you have to redraw or else cop a fee, all right? So the thing with a redraw account is that sometimes you can't can't withdraw money back out. So let's say you've got 100,000 in, they may not let you just take $100 out or $1,000 out. Sometimes there's thresholds. You can only take out money in chunks. Or every time, or sometimes when you do want to take money out of a redraw account, there might be fees involved. No one likes fees, let's be honest, especially not with banks. They make enough money as it is. So that's another positive, an offset account. There's no fees, no charges, you're in control. The fourth and last, or one of the last positives of the offset account is that there's no tax implications, okay? So let's say the 500K loan and you've got 100K in an offset account and you decide to do something with the 100K, I don't know, buy a bike, go on a holiday, whatever the case may be, right? You don't need to worry about your taxes. That entire 500K is still tax deductible. Whereas with a redraw loan, like let's say there's 500K loan and you've got $100,000 into that redraw facility, okay? Not a separate account, just $100,000 against offsetting. Don't get confused with the words, but offsetting that loan. To get that $100,000 out, fine, you go through the ring roll. But if you don't use it for investment purposes, like let's say you do go on an around the world holiday, buy a diamond ring, or even if you just take $100 out, right, and do the grocery shopping, or what, I'm just like an extreme example, right? All of a sudden, that component, that quantum, that amount that you took out is reduced from your tax deductible component of the whole loan. So let's say 500K loan, you've taken out $100,000 to go on some massively expensive around the world holiday. Now only $400,000 of that loan is tax deductible. You've still got 500K loan, right? But only 400K is actually tax deductible, contributing towards negative gearing, reducing your tax, all that. So with an offset, you don't have to worry about tax implications. Do what you want. With a redraw, there is tax implications. Okay, so the negatives of offset accounts, there are some downsides as well. All right, is that sometimes banks that give redraw facilities rather than offset accounts give better interest rates. So right now, interest rates are like relatively higher than what they were, a couple of years ago for sure. And, an offset account, that kind of loan structure may demand a higher interest rate, 0.5%, 0.2%, 0.3%, 0.1%, whatever it is, right? So not always, but in most cases, an offset account comes with a little bit higher loan, a little bit higher loan interest rate. So, if your offset money that you're putting into an offset is that much more to offset the additional interest rate that you'll be paying, then it makes sense to go with an offset account. All else equal. If it doesn't, then maybe a redraw is something you want to consider. Another negative of an offset account is that a redraw facility is actually not considered an asset. Okay, so for if I don't know, maybe you're of pension age or whatever, and if you are looking to apply for your pension and something is asset tested, then all of a sudden you're in a world of pain if you got money in offset account, because that is going to be considered an asset. Okay, whereas if you've got $100,000 in your redraw facility, even though it's your $100,000, that's not considered an asset. Okay, so for those of you who might be in a particular situation, I don't know, like Centrelink or pension or whatever the case may be, and the government is considering or asset testing you, right, for you to receive some sort of other annuity or income, then maybe a redraw facility is a better way to go. All right, the third negative of an offset account is sometimes offset accounts come with an annual charge. I know, like when I got my first offset account, I think it came with like $350 annual fee or something like that. For me, it was worth it because the amount of money I had in the offset was like, the interest that I would save was going to eclipse that $350, etc. But just be careful. Redraws are often free. Offsets sometimes come with a bit of a bank fee on an annual basis. So if it makes financial sense, cost benefit, pros and cons in terms of your particular financial situation and position, then go with an offset, or maybe it's not worthwhile. The last negative of an offset account is that sometimes you can't actually offset 100% of your loan, but with a redraw account you can. So let's say you've got a $500,000 loan and you've got $500,000 cash. Some banks, some products, not all of them, not even many of them, they won't let you offset the whole loan amount. So you still be paying a bit of interest, even though you got all this cash that should be completely, offsetting your entire loan amount. Whereas with a redraw account, you can offset 100% or reduce your interest bill down to zero. So that's another, around the edges. So those are 4 pros and 4 cons. And I did say at the end of the episode, I'll give you my recommendation. My recommendation, guys, is almost 100% of the time, go with an offset account. You have control over your money. You have, that liquidity that we want. You don't have to ask for permission to use your money. There's no tax implications. The only reason I would go with a redraw account is that, you don't actually have that much to offset in the first place, and you want to reduce the fees. Maybe there's that, that you're a pensioner, you don't want to have that money asset tested. Or perhaps, like the last thing I said, is that you're getting so much of a better rate on a redraw facility versus an offset account. Your interest rate is so much lower that you're like, hey, this allows me to get that next property because I can afford it, whereas an offset account, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. So hopefully that made some sense, guys. I'm just trying to make this as down to earth and relatable as possible. If you do value it, please continue the conversation. Join my Facebook community. There's almost 30,000 members there. It's called the same topic or same title, Australian Property Mastery with PK. Search it on Facebook. There's also the links in the show notes. And, also my YouTube channel with the same name. You can just level up so much more by following that content over there. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who leaves a review. I've got 50 now, officially 50 5-star reviews on Spotify, more than 100 on iTunes. And here's one that I really liked recently. I've been listening to PK's pod for the last year and I've learned so much about property and finance in Australia. It's a fantastic free resource and keeps you up to date with the ins and outs of data and real estate. Highly recommend it. Well, thank you so much, Betty Burberry. I really, really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate every single person who listens to these episodes. Thank you for being with me and thank you for investing in yourself because, no one else will. I'll see you guys next time. Catch ya. Bye.